2, 3, 4.
Bust it.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a compilation TikTok reaction. I have a bunch of different things, some current events. Let's see, current events. Of course, if you haven't realized, we're at Cowboy Carter tour. I did this because I would like to snitch on myself. I literally was like up at night just like scrolling, watching the videos. And I will say this, because I'm nowhere from a hater. So I feel like you got to give credit where credit is due. Even if the credit is coming from the demon that possessed Beyonce, she is a phenomenal entertainer. She can put on a show. I was touched with Rumi and how excited she was. She reminded me of my Lo, and Blue reminded me of Gab, and how Gab is with Lo, because Lo is special needs. So, and then thinking about what Kanye said as well, I just sat there and I was like crying. Gab was like, "Mama, turn it off. Turn it off. Like, you can't be crying before we get ready to leave for today." I said, "Is this just touching?" And she was like, "Stop." I know, preteen, almost teen life is just, I'm perfect, y'all. But I ain't gonna hold y'all, because this is gonna be, I was not alone because I'm minimizing my talking because it's jam packed with a lot of content. But I will pop in and say things every now and then. But I'm going to keep my talking to a minimum so that we can just get the content and go from there. And I don't want to make it too long because I notice y'all attention span is like mine, and we be falling off attention span after a while. So, but listen, I got a suggestion, y'all. Just let it play. So I can go ahead and keep getting my numbers up. You know, your girl trying to eat out here. You know what I mean? Come on, help me, help you. But nevertheless, y'all, let that boy play in the background. Do something else. That's fine. I ain't offended. Just let it run though. Let it play so that I can keep getting I can see how the algorithm goes. Is the more views and the longer people actually engage into your content, the more the algorithm pushes you. I am not gonna hold y'all. This has been a long ass intro. Let's go hear it. Mwah. But I'm not going to hold y'all no more. Let's get back to the content. Thank you guys again. I love you guys. I can't wait to start getting more interactive with you guys. We are pushing it. We are doing well. I just started in October, and I have no social medias, y'all. I didn't promote it to nobody. Like, I just wanted to do this organically because I wanted to just do it organically, and I would just leave it at that. And I'm so grateful. And all praise and honor go to Yahuwah and Yahusha. Because without them, I am nothing. So let's keep going to the content. Let's go, y'all. Mwah.
Have y'all ever seen a commercial for Celine Dion's clothing brand, y'all? When I tell you this shit is twisted and dark, it's twisted and dark. In this commercial, she's literally stealing babies, y'all. Her clothing brand is called New. And we all know what that stands for. New World, you finish the rest down below in the comments. The clothes she even making the kids wear is weird as fuck. Look at this shit. This is baby clothes. Look at the symbolism. We all know what this represents. I feel bad for the parents that allow their children to wear this shit. Look, it's like they want to start them young. You got the baby with the devil horns. It's right there in your face. Look at this shit. Y'all, this is literally her clothing brand. I'm not understanding why people allow their kids to wear this shit. It's weird. Would you allow your kids to wear something like this? Look at this. Now take a look at the video playing over my head.
Our children.
This shit is weird, y'all.
Our children. As we are all just links in a never-ending chain that is life.
Y'all seen the clothes.
In reality, we are only a fraction of their universe. We miss the past. They dream of tomorrow. We may thrust them forward into the future, but the course will always be theirs to choose.
If y'all don't see it, and I really gotta say it.
Yeah, girl, and I'm Beyonce.
Come on now.
Yeah, that's so weird. But the clothing brand is very just like weird. So, you know, but I mean, we all know, that that's what they do. They're in the cult, so they're gonna do their symbolism high up. But the new, all I can think about was ATL. My name is New because I rock that new shit. All right, y'all. So I'm back, y'all. My apologies that if I have any breaks in the filming, because I had to stop. I forgot that I had ordered DoorDash. And then when I came back, I had to get resituated. So, I had to find my place again. But let's get back to the content, y'all.
When hotel staff heartlessly ignored Subrian Young's desperate begs to search the Doubleday Hotel's pool for his missing 11-year-old daughter, Adriana, and brushed off his vow to them that he wouldn't leave until he found her, pissed off locals in Guyana lost it, burning the whole hotel down to demand answers. Adriana disappeared Wednesday afternoon during a family pool day, and Subrian's gut told him she was still there. But the owner and staff acted shady, like they were hiding something awful, refusing to let him look. When they shut him out, Subrian camped outside all night, sleeping on the ground, watching every sketchy person coming and going for any clue. The cops were useless, pushing a flimsy story about CCTV showing Adriana hopping into a red and black car, which fell apart when no video ever showed up. The government and police even put out a be on the lookout for that car, almost like they were giving the perp a head start. Like Thursday morning, with tires burning and protesters yelling justice for Adriana, demanding to see the video because they know how corrupt the police are, the mob torched the hotel, then looted and burned the owner's house 3 streets away, grabbing mattresses and snacks like it was a free-for-all. Only after the flames died down did the police finally show up with sniffer dogs, and bam! There was Adriana's body floating in the pool they swore they had checked, her face and body battered, wrists and ankles bruised like she'd been held down by multiple people, and her knee mangled like she fought hard against monsters. And get this, locals brought up a 2012 case where another kid's body was found in that same cursed pool, dumped there to fake an accidental drowning, and here's the kicker. The owner's son, arrested for it, walked free 5 years later. No questions answered. But this time around, the cops arrested the owner, and the cops are admitting that they screwed up, and the family's pushing for a North American pathologist for the autopsy. What the hell was the hotel covering up that it took a dad's all-night vigil, sniffer dogs, and a burned down hotel to find her? Drop your thoughts below. What's your take on this?
Wow. Let's just keep it. Rest in peace, sweetheart, and prayers to her family. Yeah. I don't know what it's.
Listen, everybody in America right now is black. Your original language is Spanish. Let me tell you how I know. Let me tell you how I know.
Because ain't Jesus Spanish.
Let me tell you how I know. You come from, listen, you come from Morocco, which is the Moors.
My friend was just telling me about this.
They got took over by Spain, right? And that's how you got Spanish. Stop playing on me. Yeah.
Also, that's why Kevin Gates be like Kingdom of Morocco.
Yeah. Listen, we was everywhere first. They got like killed us all. We Egyptians, we was everywhere first. They got like killed us all. They backdoored us, gang, because we was too nice. Listen, let me tell you something. This was Christopher Columbus let us see it. Christopher Columbus, when he found America, he just let it back to them. Guess what it said? He said, y'all look this shit up. He said, I found this land. Everybody's so nice here. They rich. They give whatever they have. Whatever you have, they give to you. Yeah. You need to be the good people to take over and put under our feet. What's up, Mom? Don't play on me.
So Christopher Columbus took over our land.
No, that's what he said when he got here. He like, they showed me so little. They gave us everything. But they thought that was Indians. And so the Indians think it was them. They wasn't no goddamn Indians. But we got like the Indians too. They'll lie. We the Indians. So listen. So we the Indians, we the Mexicans, we everything. Right? So listen, we was like, damn. And they came.
So
they
black wasn't the first race.
Now they killed everybody. We was already everywhere. They killed everybody, backdoored everybody, all like the same time, or like a seance. They call it the supper. They say they killed everybody on Thanksgiving. They got like killed everybody in the world on that day.
He is funny though. I mean, he be saying some deep stuff, and you know, I could say some truth because I did do my research as well on it, and he be on point. But it's just the facial expressions and just the little character he comes with is hilarious. Let's keep going. Beyonce's tired. You know what I mean? She really is. You can see it in her face. And it's time for somebody to take the reins. And I'm just grateful that Blue loves it because it could be one of those kids that's forced to do what the family business is and you hate it. So, you know, but but she did her thing. Bravo. And I sped it up for copyright because they be hitting me up. I be trying to throw stuff in there, y'all. And but I'm working on trying to edit it a certain kind of way so they don't be catching it all the time. Sometimes I get away with it, sometimes I don't. But we're gonna see today. If you don't hear no music when I be listening to something, or you don't hear something like that, but you see the clip or something, or it cuts off, that's because it was copyrighted and they'll either trim out the segment or take the song out. Or whatever the case may be.
Are y'all seeing the verbiage on these headlines? And if you wait 1 second, these headlines are going to turn damning. To start off, I can hardly even believe my eyes. Terrifying warning to Americans to prepare. Prepare. TikTok is just the news to all 50 states. Scientists are urging the boss man to fight this threat that's coming at us. New York Post that this thing could be 100 times worse than what we experienced a few years ago. Now we can see where to find it. They're finding it in the Texas dairy cattle. Louisiana just had a passing away. New Zealand is actually preparing right now, as well as India, for the potential arrival. So they unalived 166 million birds. Hasn't helped at all. What's it called again? And then they say that it kills 20 more million chickens. Back in February, 500,000 were killed. So I mean, if you add all those up, my goodness, is that like almost all the chickens we have? By the way, completely unrelated, but did you know that an egg is literally a superfood? It has just about all the stuff that you need in them? Wild, right? Now this right here is the craziest part. Man who predicted what happened in 2019 also predicts something else that's coming. You think you could guess what it is? All I've done in this video is state their facts. If you're seeing this on your TikTok For You feed, let me know in the comments.
So I pick you back off of it. Let me know in the comments how y'all think. That's wild though.
Bro, a lot of people do not believe in rituals, but that junk is real. Like, little do y'all know. But tell me why. So I'm scrolling on TikTok and I see my mom post a video about the Adriana Young case. And she was basically saying that they was doing rituals, and that's basically how the girl passed away. Like, yeah, she was being brutally beaten, but it was really because they had a ritual involved in it. And she even showed proof, like on the news article, that it said that. Now I'm not gonna show y'all all of the screenshots because they're gonna be on my mom's page, but I'm gonna just show y'all the first screenshot. And mind y'all, I'm gonna just sum like little bits and pieces up, okay? Mind y'all, there was a woman that reached out to Adriana Young's mom, and she was basically saying that at the same hotel years ago, her son, I think, and was involved in the same thing. Like, he went missing, and then he was found in the pool hours later after they searched the pool mad times, like during the last round. And she automatically knew like something was not right about it because she never got justice for her son. So she was telling Adriana Young's mom, like, I'm gonna get justice for your daughter with you because this is not right. And they were also saying that his situation, his unaliving, was basically a ritual too. Like, this is not the only time this happened. And they were saying that the owner of the hotel ended up going to jail along with some other people that were involved in it, but eventually they ended up getting bail and getting back to the hotel. And now look, the same thing happened with another little kid. Like, that's just crazy. But I'ma mention my mom down below so y'all could go on her page and get all the screenshots and do your own research.
Man, that ritual, satanic ritual abuse, or, it's serious. That's why in my other videos I keep saying, where are the children? Where are all these missing kids? What's going on? You know what I mean? Where are the children? And child trafficking is a big enterprise. And there's people that you wouldn't even imagine that's a part of that enterprise trafficking kids. It's like disgusting. But I'm not surprised because they feel as though the child is innocent. So to shed innocent blood is better, I guess. That's how they feel because of whatever they're trying to conjure. I don't know. But, man, like I said earlier, I don't have no words. I just wanted to report on that because that shit real, man. And watch your kids. It's on vacation, not on vacation. Keep an eye on your kids, man. At all times.
Welcome to the Word of the Day with Corey May, where we build vocabularies one word at a time. Today's word is requiem. Requiem. Requiem is a noun which makes it a person, place, thing, or feeling. Requiem has 3 meanings. 1. A mass for the repose of the souls of the dead. 2nd, musical composition setting parts of a requiem mass or of similar character. 3rd, an act or token of remembrance. Requiem has Latin roots from requies, which means rest, to Middle English, and its current form of requiem. In a sentence, it might sound like this. We have seen a requiem for the Pac-12 Athletic Conference. If you appreciate this content, like, share, save, follow. This is the Word of the Day with Corey May, and we'll see you tomorrow.
I think that learning new words is awesome. We should always continue to expand our vocabulary. But why would she say American funeral?
For everybody who's been saying, like, hey, Beyonce, this is a big Beyonce singing country. That's not what she's doing. That's not what she's doing. And I'm going to tell you why. We're going to talk about American Requiem. Stick around. Hi, welcome to the Gen X Reference Desk. Have I listened to Cowboy Carter by Beyonce? Yes, I have. Have I cried several times throughout the weekend? 1,000%. But I want to talk specifically about American Requiem because it is a masterpiece. It is the new American soundtrack. Don't believe me? Let me tell you why. She has combined in so many layers of this song what it means to be America right now. Right now. And she does that by saying this is an American requiem. A requiem is a funeral mass. It's a song that you sing at funerals, and this is about America's death. If we don't change, if things don't change, we are going to die. It plays on what others have done so masterfully, which she does too in the song. Marvin Gaye, What's Going On? Message by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. Sign of the Times by Prince, and Buffalo Springfield, For What It's Worth. And she harkens back to this song with this almost psychedelic sounding twang off the guitar that For What It's Worth is known for. And then she's emulating the words of that song of like, there's something happening here. And she's like, look a here, we've got problems. Look a here, look a here, look a here, look a here. She weaves in Mr. Folk, the folk hero himself, Bob Dylan, and from his album Freewheeling, masterpiece, Blowing in the Wind, where Bob says, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. Beyonce says, It's time to face the wind multiple times. We can't wait for it to be blowing. We have to face the wind. We have to get the answer because we have problems right now.
We do. However, didn't Bob Dylan say he has made a contract with the Grand Commander or whatever he said? That's why he had to perform all the time, like even when he was old and tired, because he made that contract. He signed that contract with Satan, and Satan don't give a damn. He come and collect. I don't care what you got going on. Come on.
Years. God says, judge with all righteous judgment. They will hear this message and then say, but who are you to judge? She's a queen. Slay, slay. And you don't know that death is hanging over your head because you have a soul tie with this woman. And I was asking the Lord, what does it mean when you say that when she falls, they will fall? What do you mean, God, when you say whoever has a soul tie with her, her fate will be yours as well? Your queen is full of demons. Your queen has manifested in front of you at the shows. And the people who know the truth are trying to expose it on social media. But you say, oh no, it was a glitch of the camera. It was a trick of the light. But this woman's demons, in the heat of what we call human movement. See, this is what people do in some forms of yoga. They jump up and down and they make sounds with their mouth and they excite the body, because as they do that, they are trying to loosen up their flesh for the demons to enter into them. And then they start manifesting and doing all kinds of things. This even happens at Christian gatherings, and then they will say that filth that has flowed into the flesh is the Holy Spirit.
I really do. I like Celestial. I believe in the soul tie situation because, like I told y'all, I still be drawn to her music. I still have my moments where I be struggling because Beyonce was one of my favorite artists, and I listen to her all the time. And I still, when I was cleaning up, it ended up coming on my phone and playing, and I let it play because I'm human. I'm wearing this Ivy Park, right? First of all, I haven't worn this since I brought it in 2020 or whenever she came out with it. But I figure I'll wear it because I'm doing this, and I'm at the Cowboy Carter in our setting. But I don't even wear this. But I figure I'll wear it here so I get my money's worth because I've never worn it. But it's like, it's unfortunate because you do gain to love and like these people and not really know exactly who they are. And that's the trick of the enemy. Let's go.
Hey y'all, what's going on with Vegas? Because I'm coming across videos and it's looking pretty empty. I'm talking about ghost vibe type of videos, and I gotta ask, what is going on?
Alright, we're in Vegas. This is supposed to be the city that never sleeps, but there's like literally no one around here at all. And on all of our walks pretty much tonight, we've seen nobody. So, I don't know.
This video shocked me, y'all. This is a video from what the airport looks like today.
Here at the MGM Grand Las Vegas, it is a ghost town in here. It's about, 9 o'clock? That's set the home time. But there's not many people here at all. Some dudes here to my right, I don't really want to show their face, but see if the rest of the casino's like this.
Look how empty it is, y'all. At the MGM, there's nobody there. Look, it's a ghost town. Now, we all know Vegas is a huge hub for international tourism. Yes, we all know that. But I believe most of the gamblers were domestic. So what is going on here? Is it because, Trump pushing out immigrants with ICE and all this? Or is it because things are getting a lot more expensive? I mean, have you guys seen the grocery store? Now, I myself have been to Vegas a couple of times when it wasn't even busy. And it was a lot more people than this, y'all. So something big is going on, y'all, and people are feeling the shift. Telling y'all, man, people are waking up from that illusion, man. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
Speaking of grocery stores, I'm sitting here trying to put a Instacart order in right now because I forgot to get food to cook today. So, but it's high as hell, and I'm tired of this. Like, God darn. You write up a check at the store. Ooh.
So Michelle Obama finally admitted it, y'all. She said it on camera. So what we not gonna do is try to spin it as if we didn't see what she did and hear what she said. The proof is in the pudding. You're gonna hear the same thing I heard, and you're gonna see the same thing I seen. I understand people make mistakes and have slip-ups, but when you and your husband keep slipping up over the years, come on now. So here's where she messed up. When she asked Marlon Wayans a question, she should have said, so you particularly as a black man, instead of saying, warms my heart particularly as a black man. But here y'all go.
Marlon, a bit about, just so proud of how you are being a role model for dealing with a child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a black man. Would you care to share?
Now it's the stutter for me. It's like she knew she fucked up. Am I tripping? Y'all let me know down below in the comments.
I wish she'd just come out. I really do. Because even when she was talking to Zaya Wade, it was such a big excitement, and you could see it in her to talk to another trans person. Michael needs to come on and let it be known that Michelle is Michael. Michael is Michelle. And Obama has messed up multiple times and stated that, my husband Michael or Michael. Mike said this. Look it up. Joan Rivers. Right before Joan Rivers was unalive, she was asked a question going up some stairs that looked like a brownstone in New York or something. And they asked her, you think we'll ever see the first gay president? She said, we already have Obama. And so she's like, Obama? She said, stop acting like you don't know. Michelle is a Michael. Michael Michelle.
Where's your proof that brown-eyed people are smarter than blue-eyed people?
I tell you, brown-eyed people. You just listen. Now this is going to be an effort for you. This is going to be an effort for you because you aren't accustomed to listening. White males are accustomed to telling things; they aren't accustomed to listening. Now, brown-eyed people are responsible for the fact that you have electricity. Many of the components for generating and transmitting electricity were invented by brown-eyed people. Brown-eyed people gave us our alphabet. Brown-eyed people gave us our numeration system. Brown-eyed people gave us the paper on which we write these anonymous letters to me that tell me that brown-eyed people are inferior. When you go home, you people do not pray for me, particularly you. Don't you pray for me. Because, see, I don't have to worry about that. All of a sudden, you're going to pray for me. Now, brown-eyed people are the ones who originated or who founded every major religion on this earth. No white people have ever founded a major religion. Now you need to realize the contributions that have been made to society, to civilization, by brown-eyed people, by people of color. I'm talking about people of color here, folks. And most of us are not aware of those things because we live in a racist society and because we are educated by a racist school system that only teaches us about white contributions. And that's a fact. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. If we would start telling the truth in schools, we would not have racism. We could cure racism in this country.
Number one, Jane Elliott. Go ahead and look her up. I had to do a paper in college one time, and it was about her brown-eye, blue-eye experiment that she did with the students, and it was phenomenal. I ended up writing my paper longer than it needed to be because I had just received so much from it. So I put this in here to encourage you guys to go and look her up and go and see her the experiments and what she did and how she showed the racism live and kicking, even when you don't feel like you're racist.
These fires that's burning in Israel right now might just go down as one of the world's most scariest fires because it seems so biblical. Right now, Israel is on fire, and that fire seems just like the wildfires that happen in California. Matter of fact, look at this shit. Look how that fire is burning. Can you imagine being in Israel right now? Those people have to be scared for their life. Now, some people are saying that these fires have started because those olive trees that were replaced is one of the big reasons why this is going on right now. Now, I don't have any information on that. I'm just going off of what people are saying. But tell me this. Tell me these fires that's burning right now in Israel don't feel like something straight out of the Bible. Look at this shit. Look how high those flames are. They are driving on the road. Look how high those flames are. Everything is in flame. Look at those people. Look how many people are being affected by these fires right now. This is no good, man. It's no good at all. Israel is calling on the international community to step in right now and help, because this is a national emergency. Pay attention. These fires that's burning in Israel right now.
Prayers to them, even though, you know, I'm more like, I was pro Palestine, because I just feel like they really just came and just took the people land. But, you know, but prayers to them, because there's a lot of innocent people that don't even have nothing to do with all of form and fashion and all the dumb shit. But prayers to them, man, that's crazy. You can't tell me y'all don't see that something ain't right this day and age. It's going crazy.
So Jerusalem was on fire. Jerusalem was on fire, y'all. And also it's facing massive sandstorms. All right. Now, this all just came in my feed right before I posted the video I just posted about hoodooism, and how there are people who are using powers that were given to other cultures for their own good. I literally was about to make a video before I posted that video talking about how I truly feel that not only is humanity facing spiritual warfare, that the black community, as spiritual as we are, seems to have some real dark energy that has been put on them. Seriously, I was literally going to make a video about it. I deleted it and said, you know what? Nope, because I know TikTok ain't going to push it. They already ain't pushing my shit. And I don't got time for people to be all in my comments. Look, listen, I'm not a very religious person. I don't go to church. I don't judge nobody else's beliefs. But I do know that there is a higher being. I know this. But I also am aware of prophecy. I'm also aware that a lot of religious beliefs are a form of manipulation and control. Not too long ago, I also was talking about the capstone that was on top of the Great Pyramid. Now, whoever was the ones that went into Egypt and took it over, burned down look, not only did they take some of the documents and the literature that was in there, 9 times out of 10, they were responsible for taking that capstone on top of that damn pyramid.
It's like Beyonce may do the stuff with Oshun, and they're saying that like she's venerating her ancestors and this luau, which are the Haitian spirits.
So what Beyonce does is Haitian?
I don't think it's Haitian. I think it's more hoodoo. Even what was it, Black is King? And so you remember at the very beginning when she was at the water?
Yes.
So she was talking to like a goddess, which I believe that's Oshun, which is the mother.
Okay.
And so she was wearing a lot of that yellow.
Yeah.
And then even like, I could even say like Kaya was like a good friend of mine, but she with the Alikes and all of that stuff. So it's a lot, it's in your face more than you think it is. Even like in the song, she says, Uncle Johnny made my dress. And, you know, she's wearing that old dress, that's honoring him. And then she has to serve whiskey, which is like, or whatever
her grandfather.
It is, or her grandfather. That's all hoodoo, that's a voodoo.
You know the Beehive finna come for you.
I'm a part of the Beehive too. That's why I can sit here and say it and be honest about it. I know what it is though. Why do you think she's so powerful?
But none of her products seem to be successful.
We're not going there, Tasha. Thank you. We're not going there. I told you I'm part of the Beehive. I love Beyonce.
I feel what he's saying, and this is what I struggle with, because she's really a good entertainer, and it's like the fact that you be doing that, the shit that you deal with, it shouldn't come in front of your craft, but knowing what I know and how you are putting those spirits and that energy out, and yeah, it comes in a nice package, and God bless God. What God are you talking about? You know what I mean? Whew.
So Bishop T.D. Jakes has officially stepped down from the Potter's house, and he decided to pass the torch to his daughter, Sarah Jakes Roberts, and her husband. Now, normally this would be a beautiful move, a legacy move, but something just isn't sitting right with me, because the timing to all of this is just strange. Because let's not forget that according to Austin American Statesman, his name was brought up in a lawsuit that was connected to P. Diddy. Because it has been reported that T.D. Jakes was close to P. Diddy. There's so many photos where he's at his events, he's at public praises of him. He's even been seen mentoring him or counseling him publicly. And just last year, T.D. Jakes was spotted at Diddy's events and praised him in their interviews. But let's be clear, T.D. Jakes has not been officially accused of anything. But this resignation, and then with the upcoming case on the P. Diddy files, I don't know. This is causing a lot of people to wonder, like, is T.D. Jakes trying to step away secretly before more of his name comes up in further lawsuits? Because this is coming just a couple of months before this court files hit the news. But who knows? What are your thoughts?
Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. I never was a fan of T.D. Jakes. My mom and I, like I said in a prior video, used to get into it a little bit because I used to be like, there's something about him that just don't quite do it for me. And I was right.
King Charles likes to joke on television how he is related to Dracula.
His Royal Highness Prince Charles, who can trace his ancestry back to Romania's dark and distant past.
The genealogy shows that I'm descended from Vlad the Impaler, you see. So I do have a bit of a stake in the country.
As it were. These royals are the result of an incestuous breeding program wherein children were used as a way to gain power over the masses. Throughout the First World War, the people of England were questioning the loyalty of the German bloodlines who ruled over them, which prompted the royal family to change their name to Windsor in 1917. 9 years later, Queen Elizabeth was born, who was initiated into the Druid Order in 1946.
Baby, the deception be real, y'all. It really do.
Let's look at some crazy occultic imagery that was at Beyonce's Renaissance tour.
The show starts by displaying a solar eclipse on the screen before Beyonce is shown on the screen with a light revolving around her. The solar eclipse imagery is actually used by occultists to symbolize a start of a massive change. The pagans used to wait for solar eclipse in order to perform sacrifices, while other civilizations saw the eclipse as a signal of the end times. We then see what appears to be a portal in the middle of the stage with Beyonce's face shown in the middle of it. They then show an image of Beyonce laying on her side on the screen as she slowly turns into a robot. This is supposed to represent a rebirth, as she even states during the intro, "Welcome to my renaissance, my rebirth." The screen then transitions into a portal that shows Beyonce riding a pale horse, which is death. Another portal appears, and then we see what appears to be a fallen angel riding a rocket into a city. This is obvious apocalypse imagery, and it's interesting to see Beyonce putting this imagery out there while we are witnessing everything that's happening around us. She literally showed the pale horse, which represents death, and then showed a fallen angel riding a rocket into a city.
Yep, and that is actually in the Bible. So why do they take things from the Bible? But anyway, and then look at this outfit with these demon hands surrounding her, and this whole image represents the Hindu god Kali. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and be sure to follow and subscribe for more.
I will say this in regards to Beyonce's occultic imagery. She always has this, but she's very clever and creative when it comes to including it into her designs. But it's not so. I mean, it's not like it's like discreet. It's right there, clear. Like even with the set design that I have here for Cowboy Carter, you deliberately had the top of that star looking like a pyramid. It'd be deliberate. And one thing I know about Beyonce don't do anything that's not calculated deliberately and thought of and have a meaning to it, especially in her creativity and her artwork. Well, in Sasha Fierce's artwork. I noticed that in the Cowboy Carter, she still had the fallen angels, except they were gold this time and not silver. I got my little notes, y'all know how. Statue of Liberty was in there, clearly. That is Lucifer. We'll get to that today. That was in there. She even had the Lincoln Monument, which is that damn obelisk. It's like she had went to things that was occultic. She had at one point she had, like I have on my intro, I mean my welcome, and then I'm gonna have it on my clothes, that pyramid with the round circle in it. You know, it's all there. Then when she said about the kite, yes, and that 7-Eleven song and that dance, show the sideways, like in the air. That dance is the Kylie dance, the dance of death and destruction. So, and the Kylie is also a statue that's over at CERN as well. You know, you make it make sense. So I'm just trying to make sure I went over. Oh, and she has been using the 4 horses of the apocalypse, which is in Revelation. The pale horse, the pale white, black, and red, I think, or something like that. But if you know, you know. But I ain't gonna hold you. Let's get back to the content. Let's go.
The young Antichrist went to college in Egypt, and we were working on this the same time he was in college. So we were shown several scenes of him in college. We knew where he was living. We had all this information. His main courses that he took were economics, philosophy, and computers. The computers were going to be very important in his future that he was planning. But after he got out of college, he lived on the different estates of these very rich people. He has no home of his own, but travels around to the different estates. And we saw him once in a big estate on the bank of the Nile, and another one in Syria, and in Oman during the Gulf War. Oman is the bottom of Saudi Arabia. We saw him in all of these places during the Gulf War, and he's traveled around place to place. But when Nostradamus said, you must remember that this, in the beginning, this man will appear as the Savior, the man with all the answers, the man with the golden tongue. This will how you will make his conquests in the beginning. But he said, you must remember, he's not what he appears to be. He's the wolf in sheep's clothing. Because by the time people realize what is happening, then everything will all come out. We were told in 1995, if you were watching, you become aware of these people and what they are doing. And of course, I get lots of mail from people trying to tell me who they think the Antichrist is. But a lot of the people they told me about, I think, are members of the group. They're very rich, but I don't think they are the Antichrist because they don't fit all the other criteria.
I think we should delve down a little bit further into this whole Antichrist thing and this guy that's coming out and people saying he might be. So let's get this going because we need to figure out what's going on, right? Let's go.
It is no secret that the United States media, in all its forms, glorifies the Masonic one-eye symbolism. The country itself was founded by Freemasons, who take the eye of providence to symbolize their God. Does this not match the description given by Zechariah and the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ? It is also no coincidence that the most iconic symbol of the nation is the Statue of Liberty. This statue closely resembles Lucifer or Satan. Consider the similarities between the Statue of Liberty and the Statue of Lucifer in the Cathedral of Belgium. Both have crowns, both have chained legs. The posture and face of the Statue of Liberty also strongly resemble Thomas Lawrence's painting, Satan Summons His Legions. The statue stands in New York City, a city nicknamed the Big Apple, a symbol that evokes the forbidden fruit of Eden that Satan used to deceive Adam and Eve.
I know coming up, I was always told that the devil knows God's word better than we do, so him being able to recite the words and stuff, it doesn't kind of move me because that's kind of like what it was prophesied to do. However, I will say this, the painting of Lucifer is in the Rothschild's castle. I posted in one of my videos before Marina Abramovic and Jacob Rothschild standing in front of that picture. Like, it's be truth in plain sight. Like, it's Satan or Lucy.
Okay, This is pretty massive. A new study shows that Antarctica, the giant frozen continent that's been melting for years, has just seen record-breaking growth in ice sheets for the first time in decades. So according to this brand new study out of China's leading climate research university, from 2021 to 2023, the Antarctic ice sheet experienced a record-breaking increase in overall mass. And data NASA published in March confirms this finding as well. And that's pretty significant because, as you can see, it's been losing approximately 150 gigatons per year for decades. And it's not just that, because data from the NSIDC covering the period from March 2024 to February 2025 indicates that the surface mass balance from the Antarctic ice sheet was nearly 200 billion tons above the 1981 to 2010 average. However, caveat to all of this good news, as of right now, climate scientists believe that this is a short-term anomaly, not a reversal in trend, and West Antarctica continues to experience significant losses. But the question is, what do you think?
Let me know in the comments.
I mean, this little sheet of paper just says, please follow the law and give an American citizen their rights, which you can still debate in court, but the premise is they have some. So I'm just so bizarrely confused. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, so then if you are gonna not support this, then like what happens when an American, one of your constituents, one of your neighbors, heck, a family member goes overseas and gets snatched? You're not gonna fight to bring them home? I was like, well, wow, deport to where? Because like if you're an American, you're gonna deport an American to where? What the heck? Because I can't say what I'm really thinking.
That's crazy. How you gonna deport an American citizen or, an American from their own native land? Man, let me tell you something. They got so much shit up their sleeve that, well, it's just all around a way to screw you over. But they bring the chaos and then they give you the solution. This is what they do.
And Beyonce was just served a cease and desist by the owners of the Sphere in Las Vegas. Apparently, they have an issue with her using their Sphere in her video where she holds it up before she starts singing The Biggest. I'll show you guys the clip just in case you haven't seen the clip already. But anyways, most people are excited when Beyonce uses something for free in her as promo during her concerts, but this was not the case. The owner was like, yeah, we don't want this. Why? I don't know. Here's the clip. She picks up the Sphere, she taps it, and then boom. Most people thought that she was going back to Vegas when they saw her pick up the Sphere, and maybe that's where her next concert was going to be, which would have been a great thing for them to collab on if that was the case. But instead, it looks like they took offense to her using it without their permission, even though it's advertisement to millions of people. Sounds a little personal, but I'm going to mind my business. You guys comment below.
Wasn't she supposed to perform at the Sphere? I wonder if we talking about personal, I wonder if it was like something happened within there and she was picking it up trying to like show her dominance and they felt slighted by it. Never know, but we'll see how it happened. They always get sued though. Like they used to getting sued. So whatever the case may be. But whatever, y'all, let's go.
I think I done ran into the devil a couple times. Playboy Cardi, Sam Smith, Lil Nas X, Beyonce, everybody comes in as regular ass people and stuff like that, and then in the height of their career
That shit is weird, bro. All of a sudden in the beginning they look normal, like people doing Disney movies and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden it's the switch up. All demonic. Playboy Cardi, like, if you look at his merch, bro, like, his merch is demonic. Like, it's really satanic, bro, like, for real. My favorite celebrity probably damn Satan worship.
So I think Playboy Cardi definitely thinks he's a vampire, because he be wearing lace fronts and shit.
Crunchy Black for the 3-6 Mafia. Like, I know that their name is actually the market beast, right?
Yeah.
Like, eyes and shit.
3-6.
Crunchy Black, he said Lil Nas X, I think it was in a Latin interview. He said Lil Nas X depicted the devil wrong. He said the devil don't look like that. He said he might come as your best friend. He might come in as a random old dude.
He's a trickster, the master manipulator. He's the master magician.
Under the current monetary system, we borrow all of our currency into existence and we promise to pay it back plus interest. If you borrow the very first dollar into existence and that's the only dollar that exists on the planet, but you promise to pay it back plus another dollar's worth of interest, where do you get the second dollar? The answer is you have to borrow that. It's a Ponzi scheme because you can never pay it off. It always requires that we go deeper into debt.
Since 1971, the United States has been running trade deficits with the rest of the world, meaning we've been buying a lot more products from the rest of the world than they have been buying from us.
We can't pay them back.
Wow. Yeah, we're gonna end it on that one. Y'all let me know in the comments, because like the way they be just swindling and just, man, I tell you, interesting. So everybody, we've made it to the end. And when I tell you guys, there's so many different rabbit holes that we have to do a deep dive in because it's so much. But we're scratching the surface. We're getting some understanding. We're getting some knowledge. And we can only thing we can do from this point is to grow and go up. So other than that, I'm not going to hold you. This was a decent sized video. I'll be trying to make them short, y'all, but I don't know. I guess I can't. I be having too much that I want to get out and express to you guys. But I'm not going to hold you. I'm going to let you get back to your day, whatever you are doing, day, night, whatever it is. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and sub up, and hit that notification bell. That way you are always in the know whenever I go live and whenever I post. Once again, we're a community. We are family, and I love you guys, and I will see you guys soon. I have something coming up in regards to looking at a little deeper dive into Hurricane Katrina. And I think that's pretty perfect for the things that's going on in the world with these freak natural disasters. But like I said, that's coming up soon. Should be within the next couple of days. So until next time.